talk about this. That wasn't me. And I think it was your sister.
Exactly, there you go. So.
Damn. She just told on her sister.
Sisters do things like this to each other. Sis is built different. Hi my loves, your Related girl from around the way. We have culture, conversation, and community. In today's episode, I'm coming to y'all with a Zeus Network review, One More Chance, season 2, episode 6. The name of this episode is called Ride 'em Cowgirl. At the beginning of the episode with Yodeler and Skittles, and they were just talking about elimination. She's like, I really don't believe like Danny should have went home. He wanted her to stay. Skittles and Yummy, they both said that. They're like, yeah, guarantee she was bound to go home anyway. Skittles tried to say, everybody want to talk about all these low blows that I was taking. That girl had it coming to her, blase, blase, whatever the case may be. Like, girl, no, you ain't have to get in there and sneak that girl. Like, even if she was talking shit, why you ain't dressed it then and why you wait till now? In comes Bad and Boujie. She's like, yeah, what's up with you cuckoo crew? Like, girl, you corny.
Cuckoo. All this lip at elimination. What's their problem with me?
And she's just like, yeah, well, what's B? What's the T? Like, you know what I mean? She's like, yeah, you was talking all that heavy shit when we was in elimination, and I want to know why you was talking like that. What was going on? And Bad and Bougie's in her confessional like, you know, I go straight to the source, okay? And I wanted to know, why was you girls coming for me? Yoda's like, you got all this pressure. Bad and Bougie's like, yes, pressure, baby, because I'm a diamond. She's like, I wouldn't say that. Don't let that Bad and Boujie song go to your head. They're beefing. And like, I really feel like that whole scene was produced, because when Bad and Boujie had said something like, yeah, I want to put my hands on you or something like that. She was like, oh, you want to fight? You want to fight? Yodeler got serious, and she was like, no, because production said no. And I'm like, girl, since when any of you girls as Zeus ever listened to production? Ever? Come on now. Let's not even play those games. She's going on to say, production told me I can't fight. And I'm like, girl, you need to come harder than that, because just a minute ago they was cuckoo crew. Now it's production told me I can't fight. Huh? So Bad and Boujie is walking away. She's like, girl, whatever, go put on some pants. And Yoda's like, you're weird, I have on pants.
Nothing. Put on some pants.
What?
What is you have on pants?
I have on.
She was just like trying to come with like some witty comebacks. It just wasn't landing the way that it should have landed. That whole argument just seemed where Yodeler started calling her old. Like, girl, at first you said you was 33 on the red carpet, then you're 34 in the house. Since you're so famous, I looked you up on Wikipedia and it says you're 37. Like, how old are you really? And apparently they asked her, does she have kids? She didn't know how to answer that. Like, obviously sis is a little bit older. And at first I was like, why is she so pressed on this girl's age? You know what I mean? Like, what's the whole big deal? But then on Instagram, Yodeler has said, well, the reason why I was so pressed about her age was because, like, you want to come at me and I'm a young chick, you know what I mean? If you're going to be an old head, well, age confidently, be secure in who you are. And that I do rock with. I mean, like, if you 36, you 37, and you look good, own it. What you lying for? To me, it made sense. And Boujie is talking to Smiles, and she's like, all she can say about me is I'm old, so what? I look better than her. And I'm like, all right, who looks better? Who looks better, Bad and Boujie or Yodeler? I want to know. And it's honestly, y'all, it's all gonna come down to what people think, what their idea of beauty is. You get what I'm saying? Like, to some people I'm beautiful, to other people I'm not. Like, you know, to some people you are beautiful, to some people you are not. Beauty is like one of those things where it's like not one size fit all. At least in my opinion, we all know that these beauty standards are based on standard European standards. You get what I'm saying? So like, everybody is not going to be like, oh, I look better than her, you look better than her. Like, who's the judge? Only you can decide on who you are. You get what I mean? So this whole I look better than you game, never played it, never liked it, because everybody, it's like a sliding scale. It's not a one size fits all. Mike and Chance are in the kitchen and they're just talking like, I have no time for the girls, and the girls come see me. Mike's like, I got an idea, we can put it into that, we're gonna get the girls, have some time with you. Like, very much like old man at the barbecue, where my hug at. So Small and Biggie's have a cute little scene. They're sitting down and she's like, I just can't with the lies. Like, why they keep talking about all these lies, saying that like I'm sucking D and all this and all that, to keep saying I'm S-ing, you know, sucking D makes me want to S a D. Like, you're oppressed. Like, you are oppressed. There's nothing else to say about it, baby. Wop Wop and Rolly rolls up. They're like, look at you, hot twat.
Hot twat.
Hot twat. That's your name. I'm like, ooh, not hot twat. Ooh, twat is such an ugly word. I hate that. twat, coochie, ew, all that shit is a dub. Like, no ma'am. They pretty much like, well, what's the issue? She's like, I don't like you, you're a whore, that's the issue. Like, we're not gonna come to no resolve because you're a whore. And that little scene was obviously again produced, and it is what it is. Oh, and the next thing we have all of the girls, like a nice little collective of the girls, and they're like, you know, my body is so sore, I can't believe I was fighting. Like, if you ever been into a physical altercation, you already know, like, your body's gonna be sore as hell. Like, why, what did y'all girls think? What y'all giving up? Slim popping big shit. She like, yeah, because you know I had to F it up. And Dorothy's like, girl, I wouldn't say F it up. But she said, what you mean, sis? I put you on the floor twice. Twice, baby. And she's like, I wouldn't say that. And it seemed like it was going left for a quick second. And then they ended up apologizing to each other. Well, Dorothy apologized to him, like, I didn't mean to come off with you in the way that I did in the room. I'm embarrassed about that. I apologize about that. Like, yes, baby, humbly. She got humbled real quick. Slim apologized too, like, all right, you know, I'm good, I'm glad. I like Slim. She's grown on me. I like her attitude. I like a girl that can, like, you know, hold her own, but also, like, you're humble. She's humble with it, and she letting it be known. Dorothy reflects on the fact that, oh my gosh, I can't believe my mom goes home and Soldier Girl sneak gets a little distant, like, well, it should have been you. Soldier Girl reminds me so much of Cheeks, like that face, like that she just reminds me of, like, I don't know what she reminds me of, but, like, she's a cute girl for, like, you know, the regular standard mixed breed type of chick. Like, she is just, I don't know, I think she's gonna flare up in the next couple episodes. Shine comes in and she's all excited because remember she went to the hotel room after they beat her up. And she comes in, titties bouncing and all, and she obviously hugs Bombshell first. None of the girls are happy to see her. Shine is still talking buku shit. She's like, yeah, because you know I had to box these just up off me. Like, girl, where and when? And her and Slim kind of get into it, and she's like, you know what, just have that same energy for Yodeler and have that same energy for Skittles when you see them. And Bombshell is pretty much like, why y'all dick riding her? Like, what's the big deal? And I think it's just the whole, like, Latina thing. Like, they both Spanish or Spanish. I think Shine is maybe Spanish and black. They're both from Miami, so they clicked up. And Shine, all the girls are pretty much just jumping on her. She's like, you should have came back to the house. That's what you should have did instead of running off. Also makes the comment of, like, yeah, I don't know what's the hype about her. They only keep her in the house because she got a fat ass and she looked like Lauren London. I'm like, girl, where? Not my Lauren London. No, she don't. What she looked like is, she looked like a knockoff Walmart version of Yummy to me. I don't get Lauren London. Maybe y'all see something I don't. Let me know in the comment section. Chance, and the next thing we have Chance on the bed getting ready for his 60-second love challenge, child. Cringy uncle challenge is what I should call it. And he got the little roses, he got the grape. He's like, yeah, bring the sexy one in first, bring the sexiest ladies up first. And then Mike like, I got a surprise for you. In comes Rolly. Rolly looks good in her lingerie. I liked her outfit, I really did. And Chance is in the confessional playing Rolly out as he always do. Like, at this point, having Rolly there is like comedic relief, and I hate that for her. She's in there, you know, trying to be sexy, trying to do that little 1-2, and he's playing how big she is at every single point. She got the titties, she got the roll, she got the fat. Oh, Rolly, don't break me down, Rolly, don't. Like, girl, I mean, like, listen, ain't gonna be too many of them jokes, hun, at some point, but you know, that's what she getting paid for. Maybe that's why she on TV and I ain't. Anyways, there he's like smacking her butt, and then he rides her like a fucking cowgirl and like a horse, and he's smacking her butt, she's swinging her wig. The next person we have is Slim. She looks cute, although that even her little lingerie didn't fit. Now, Slim, what you should have did was wear you a nice one piece, a nice extra small one piece, little thong action or something, because that little red thing with the little thong underneath, I mean, it was cute. It was giving me like Ross lingerie, $6.99 for the little cheap panties and bra, whatever. She could have just worn a nice little one piece, because, you know, like that, the teddy that she was wearing didn't even fit her body. Come on now. Tongue kiss. He like, that's a lot of tongue for you to have gum in your mouth. He told her to stand up on the bed. She had on her heels. She's, you know, fit and trim. Like, let me feel these affirmative cheeks or something. It was a cute scene. Next is Bombshell. She had a little schoolgirl outfit on with her little skirt. He called it a little church skirt. And he motorboats her. And that was it. Skittles comes on. She looks good with her red braided wig and her red lingerie. He's pulling on her fake titties and her little plump butt, and she's a petite girl, and it felt good, and he liked her, I guess. He definitely was rubbing her down. Boujie, Bad and Boujie is next. She looks good. Mamas look good. I love that lingerie outfit she had on. Her outfit was the best if you ask me. Now, she looks good. And she's doing her little, you know, eating her little Twizzlers. I'm gonna show him this pussy power, art of seduction. I'm like, right on, sister, right on. She told him, like, keep your hands, you know, up here. He's grabbing hands full of ass. And I'm like, Zeus, y'all better be careful, because it's very much giving lawsuit. It's very much giving non-consensual touching. It's giving a lot of things that seems like a liability for me personally. Which I remember in season 1, Believable said that she was like, he was feeling on her, groping on her in ways that she felt like it was inappropriate, and I can see how that is a breeding ground for it to be a little predatory if not careful. Zeus, be careful. He comes on her cliche stereotypical maid outfit. She looks cute. She hands him a wooden spoon and he's like spanking her behind. He's literally like whooping the shit out of her, and it looks like it was on one cheek. And if you ever got a whooping, like if the whooping is in one spot, you know that shit start to hurt eventually. And she was just like, oh my gosh, it was turning me on, bitch. You was hurt. You probably got a bruise after that. She looked like she was taking wood, you know what I mean? Like, seriously, shout out to everybody who went to college and know what that means. It was a lot. He ripped the stockings. That's how much he was tearing her ass. Like, okay. Smalls was next. She comes on. She's wearing her little outfit. She starts twerking. He like, ooh, I see blood and all this. Like, baby, you on your period. I know you can't even do too much. Like, why is that a topic of discussion? Men kill me with like this whole period thing. Like, so what? It's a menstrual cycle. It happens every month. Like, why do men deem like the period to be like the worst thing ever? Like, Chance, you too grown for that. You are too grown to be talking about some, oh, you got your period, you can't be sexy. If anything, a lot of women start, you know, feel even sexier when they are on their cycle. How old is Chance? 40 years old. You're 40 years old, sir. And I think he's older than that, honestly. A little period, it should not make a woman less sexy. I don't really see the relation there. It's really giving me high school, middle school age. Ew, she has her period. Like, be grown as hell. Stop playing with me. Shine comes on next, and she looks good. She looks like, you know, she's done it before. She's a stripper. Her body is nice, and he really enjoys her. Her outfit is cute. They have real chemistry. He looks like he's hooked up with her a couple times before. He starts off with the stop hiding. Yeah, come on, where you been at? You ain't been to my room. I was like, cringe. He was like, you gonna come visit me tonight? Like, you promise you gonna give me a hug the next time you see me? You gonna come visit me tonight? Like, Chance, relax. She start bouncing and hopping on the bed. She's cute. She's playful. Again, she's done this before. He comes in the room. Dalty's drunk. Dalty is in the bed like she really with her man. She feeling on herself, touching herself. You know, Chance was like, damn, I thought we was making a porno. Dalty was doing a lot. He was just like, I'm glad your mom left, because I don't think you would have been acting like this if your mom, you know, was next. But I think that they eliminated Granty before this challenge. But I just feel like Grandmama stayed on the show longer than Granty, and I don't like that. But that's probably because Granty, she a real one. She ain't playing. Grandmama was with the shits, you know. She's another one who got the invite. Come visit me later, okay? Make sure you come see me. Stop hiding from me. Ooh. Brown Sugars comes in next. She looks good. They start dancing. He said, I don't know, I saw a little bumper lump around the rim of the rump. I'm like, ooh, not a bumper lump around the rim. That's a lot. Smile comes in and she said, I'm gonna wear my natural hair and no makeup because I want him to know that this is what he'll be waking up to every day. And she's doing her little sexy thing. She has a really, really nice body, very beautiful face. He likes her too. He was filling her up, baby. They hug. It was sensual. It was real. Wop Wop comes in and she like, you know, I want you to lick this whipped cream off my nips. And I'm like, girl, ain't nobody else do anything private part, and here you go whipping out your big ass areolas. Not that I'm not even shaming nobody's areolas or anything, but like, come on, why? He's licking the whipped cream off her nips, and he got whipped cream and shit all around his lips, just giving a lot. Soldier Girl just came on next. She said, listen, it's Chance. ain't gonna take much to seduce him. She claps her little booty. He likes her. Yodel comes in. She ain't beat. She plopped down on the bed. What's up? He was rubbing on her. You could tell Yodel did not want him to touch her, period. Yodel was very much there for the check. And it really gave that. He's like, come over here, man. Where you been at? Why you hiding from me? You know eliminations is tonight, right? Like, that is so cringy and like predatory. You know eliminations is tonight, right? So you better let me touch on your ass, girl. Like, ugh. I don't know. And I could be I'm like hypersensitive to certain things, especially when it comes to men, because men are trash. Men can be unhinged. And it was just a lot to watch for me, because they kissed, but he also said, like, I feel like when I'm with Yodeler, I feel like I'm chilling with one of the boys, because you are one of the homies. You want her get money niggas, period. Have elimination. Wop Wop had to go because her kids, it was a serious situation with her kids. She had to bow. Shine was the first person to get a hat, which, listen to this. Shine hasn't been in the house. She left. But because she's sexy and she has a BBL or whatever she has, she's the first to get the hat. She just got here. Like, it's clearly just about what Instagram baddie is gonna do well with ratings, because Shine seems like a peanut brain. She seems like she don't got nothing up here. At least Yummy, she seemed like her game was tight. Like, I don't know. She just don't do it for me. Biggie gets a hat, even though I think you sleeping with the gardener. I'm like, damn, not the gardener. Smile gets a hat. Dalty gets her hat. He's like, I think you turned it up since your mom left. And is it me, or does Dalty look like Carly Red or somebody from Love and Hip Hop? Oli gets a hat and she's excited. She's in a confessional sounding like Cordy B. I'm like, girl. He said, Flats, get on up here. Speaking about Bombshell, he eliminates her. He wasn't feeling her. He said, I don't think you're really here for me. And then in the confession, he said, honestly, I just love ass too much. She ain't had no ass. She got to go. 40. You 40 years old talking about something. Your boy loves ass and you ain't got none. Like, what? Adam Boujie gets called up. She gets into it with Yodeler. They're going back and forth. Skittles get called up and she's like, he's like, I'm going to give you a hat, but I want you to hug Madam Boujie. She's like, no. Can you give her a high five? She's like, no. Can you do anything? She was just like, no, stop playing with me, give me my hat, keep it pushing. Yola gets called up and he says, Yola, you must got a little nigga at home. She's like, what? No. And then like, you got a big nigga at home, which I thought was funny. She was like, no. She was like, I just feel like, you want a friendship vibe, but you need to turn it up for me. And I follow Yola on Instagram. She definitely with somebody, because she just got sent some roses. Yola was in the house collecting that check, just like the other girl. She just a little bit smarter than the rest of them. Brown Sugar got eliminated. Am I surprised? No. So we have a house full of light-skinned mixed women. No black women, like, who just, except for Rolly, you know what I mean, which we know is not even like a real contender in this situation. Chance is just disappointing when it comes to black women, and I just, move right along, because I'm about to go on a tangent. I feel it coming on. It isn't me, but any type of black woman, or even like a dark-skinned black woman, or a girl like Stormy Mai, who was putting on for the black girls with natural hair, he always has something negative to say about them. I'm thinking, like, it's always like he has interaction with them, and then it's like something funny in the confessional. Like black women who look like black women are still desirable, Chance. Just because you live in this world where, whatever, like, let's not do that. Second thought, honestly, I feel like let it go ahead, because really, for real, the shit is whack. You know what I'm saying? Like, go right on ahead. He gets a hat, wop hat. He gets just kicked and tossed to the side. You know what I mean? Like, her ass, I ain't like her ass, her fat ass anyway. She out of here. Slim and Smalls get called down there to the two, and Slim is like, why am I here with this chick? They go back and forth like, you're a hoe, you're selling pussy on Facebook Line. Like, oh my God. And he was like, what's all this tea I'm hearing about the security guard? He was at, sucking his D, and he was like, I don't know what you're talking about. You're just going off of what she said. That's not like, I just keep hearing so much stuff about you being sexual with somebody else. And she's like, well, who was he? Call his name then. That reminds me of the beginning of the DMX, and he'd be like, who you sucking? He's like, what are you talking about? He was like, do I have to scream his name too? Like, yeah. She was like, well, what's his name? And she said, listen, he said, listen, I already fired him. I already know what's going on. She said, that wasn't me. That wasn't me. That was my sister. And I'm just like, damn, not for the little Zeus Network hat. You going to put your sister out there for the Zeus Network hat? Okay, sis, we see you. We see you. Biggie just looking all stupid. Yoda looking back at her. She looking like, damn, I'm caught, huh? She was like, we already talked about that, babe. No, we ain't talk about it. So he said, listen, you keeping it real. So he's like, I shouldn't have gave your sister a hat. So we know Biggie gonna be eliminated next week, clearly. So I mean, y'all, this episode, it was cute. It was finally nice to see some interaction. I feel like the interactions are so phony and so fake, it's giving me cringe and predatory. Comment down below, let me know what y'all thought about this episode. Also, make sure you like this video and subscribe. It really helps me on this YouTube algorithm. In next week's episode, we're gonna see Mangina popping out. You know Mangina, yeah, he's gonna read the girls, and I'm just here for it. The sisters look like they gonna get into it. Slim and Biggie get the boxing. Slim looked like she was getting tossed like a rag doll. I ain't gonna lie. That little fight with old girl got her feeling like she motherfucking Floyd Mayweather out here, and you hear rolling in the background, don't nobody jump in. Like, oh my God. So y'all, what y'all thinking about this? It's a lot of girls left. We got a lot of episodes left. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. As always, I'm sending you much love and much light, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.